As you can probably see from my account, I am not a frequent Raid Shadow Legends player. I played it a bit in the past, but it wasn't for me. And recently I've been playing a game called Watcher of Realms instead. And I started this YouTube channel to make guides and content for newer players to help introduce them to the game and to help them get through some difficult content. Over time, I've noticed that a lot of people who watch the videos and leave questions and comments came from Raid Shadow Legends. So I decided to make this video for the Raid Shadow Legends community and to show you that an alternative does exist that you may enjoy as well. So this is Watcher of Realms. Like many Raid players, I quite enjoy the art design and the direction, and Watcher of Realms is quite similar in that regard, and I would actually say it's a bit better. If you look at some of these heroes, they are incredibly detailed in their design. There is a lot going on, and they are quite versatile in what they do, how they look, and there's just a load of really cool characters in this game to collect, which I think is quite fun. There are a bunch of really good games out there of a similar genre, but it's full of like waifu anime collector stuff, and it's not really for me. It's definitely for a lot of people, and you know, go nuts, enjoy your thing, but I quite like seeing really cool badass looking characters and just collecting some really cool looking creatures. You can see this game is quite similar to Raid in terms of how they go about their character design, the level of detail that they have. This is one of the first characters I got, Zealous, very powerful AoE mage, great character to have. And also check out this guy. You can get a literal knight on a dragon as one of your heroes that you can place down. So anyway, that's one of the things I wanted to show. The art direction is quite similar to Raid, so if that's something that's a big deal for you, then I think you might quite like Watcher of Realms. The gameplay is quite different. This is not a turn-based strategy. There is no your side, their side. This is a tower defense game. So if I were to show you one of the late game raids quickly, something kind of equivalent to your spider runs or the different places you'll farm for your equipment. We call it gear in Watcher of Realms, and this is one of the end game runs at the moment. They've just released a bunch of very high level, very difficult raids, and on this server I'm one of the only players able to actually beat this, so it's quite cool to have that level of challenge and difficulty. Yeah, this is just a quick speed up. I'll just zoom it up so you can see roughly how this would work. So I've placed my heroes one by one. They all have unique mechanics. It's not worth getting into in this video, but everyone here is fulfilling a very specific role. Shields and healing to keep people alive, damage going off, ultimates to save people at the right time for iframes. There's a lot going on as well. All of the characters have their gear balanced around to make sure that they can survive and perform at what they're doing, and it's fun to be able to build towards stuff. So far the game has been in development for I believe 1.5 to 2 years in a very soft launch state, and at the moment it is currently only available officially in the UK, Canada, Russia, Singapore, I believe, and there are several other countries. I'll leave a comment below with the general countries. But you can play from abroad as well if you're from the United States, for example, using a VPN, as several players do. But there is actually officially planned a global release for 2023, so hopefully we'll get that within the next few months. We haven't heard quite yet. The game is still in soft launch, so it's not like a very mature game like Raid is. It's not absolutely bloated with features and content, so that has its ups and downs. Raid does have a lot of content. This is our equivalent of the guild boss, so it's a big ass dragon. You've got to kill it, do as much damage as you can, keep everyone alive. This is pure powerhouse, get your damage out there. The way autoing works in this game as well is whatever your actions are, whatever you do with activating your ultimates, timing your placements, using heals, it will mimic that in your auto run, so you don't have to worry about carefully configuring who does this and relying on AI to not be stupid. This will just copy exactly how you did it. So this is my nightmare-free run in Guild Boss, one of the hardest bosses at the moment. And it's just copying exactly what I did when I beat this the last time. And the next time I do this manually, I can choose to update the record, or if it's a faster time, it'll do it automatically. So that's kind of how auto runs work in this game. And this is the Guild Boss, which gives you very, very good rewards daily. In general, the game is actually very generous for a gacha. I've played a lot of different gachas over the years, and I'm kind of surprised at how generous this one is. Legendary summons, these are the equivalent of like the epic and legendary only summons, the 4 to 5 star reserve summons. You can get these reasonably regularly. You can get them as a reward from your daily guild boss, though uncommon, but you can get them. In general, every week I can probably pull around 50 to 60 summons a week, which is quite a decent amount. And every weekend we have a summoning event, either 2 times up for every legendary hero or 10 times up for specific heroes. So there's a bunch of different summoning events. It's quite a generous game. There's a bunch of rewards. The campaign gives you loads of different summoning resources and is actually really fun. As something I would point out, I've played a bunch of different gachas, and the campaign is always something you kind of just stick it out and you get through it. But in this one, it's quite challenging, especially expert mode, and it's very rewarding when you finally clear through it, and it actually takes a long time to clear through it. But it's not like it's preventing your progression, it's just something that takes a while. But I've spent a little bit of money on this game, not a lot, and I have a whole bunch of characters, but I don't feel like I have so many it's boring. My roster is quite unique compared to what my friends have, and the gear that I've farmed is unique as well, based on, you know, typical gearing luck. But it's not as harsh as some other systems out there. So far, it's been quite pleasant to play. I've quite enjoyed it. Anyway, I won't waffle on for too long. I just wanted to introduce the game and to show you that there are some competitors coming out to Raid Shadow Legends. If you're interested in trying some other games, I would definitely recommend Watcher of Realms. It is incredibly fun for the first month or two at least. Things do slow down a bit in the end game, but thankfully we are getting some more content now, which pushes the difficulty up and gives us more stuff to work towards. If you are interested, do subscribe to the channel and check out the rest of my videos. I have a lot of content on guides, on heroes, upcoming events, and generally just talking about the game. So if you do have any questions about the game, getting into it or playing it, then leave a question below and I'll get back to you pretty quickly. Thank you very much, guys. Take care and bye-bye.